Hi everyone, I just wanted to show you a really great tool. So after you've done the getting started training, I think the common question is what next? Like what do I do consistently every single day to stay in activity? And this IPA binder is a really great tool to help you continue staying in the right type of activity and focused on your goals and focused on what's actually going to create income and momentum in your business. So it's called an IPA binder, which stands for income producing activity, as you might have guessed. And so we'll add the documents to our team page, but I just wanted to show you what's inside and what it looks like and how to use it. So the first thing that I like to put inside of my IPA binder is the 100 ways to work your business. This is a great list. It's kind of like bingo. If you feel like you're running out of ideas, I don't know what to do today to, get into activity, just pick something and go for it. So that's a really great resource for the front. The next thing you're going to want to have on there is your 21 reasons why. I think this is great to have at the front of the binder so it reminds you of why you're doing this business all the time. Right behind that, I like to keep my 100-person contact list. So this is a list, it's kind of a brainstorm, right, of all the people that you know that you can be reaching out to about Arbonne. You probably have more than 100 people, and if you've been around for a while, you've also been adding to that list. And then some of those people have obviously become preferred clients and consultants and stuff like that. So it's good to periodically go through your 100-person contact list, make sure it's updated. Anytime that you meet somebody new, whether that's through Arbonne activity or just out and about in your daily life, add them to your 100-person contact list. So then you always have a fresh list of people in your life that you know that you can reach out to about Arbonne. That's going to be really important for our next steps as we go through our activity in the month. Okay, so you can see here I took out January because I'm actually working in January, so I wanted you guys to have like a fresh, clean view and not all of my notes and whatnot. But so you can have monthly tabs here, and you can print out the following monthly worksheets and have them pre-printed in each one of these tabs. So that way you'll see it's kind of important for the follow-up piece why you'd want to do that. All right, so the first thing that I like to look at as I turn the page to my new month is my monthly goal sheet. So you can see here, you can use whatever goal sheet you want to, but this is what I like. So this is first and foremost my personal activity goals. This is what am I going to be doing? What am I committed to doing in my business every single day to move it forward and to hit my goals? So activity, those are things like events, one-on-ones, how many reach outs I'm going to do per day, how many people I'm going to be talking to about this business. Those are activity goals. And those activities that you're doing should lead to your results goals. So you can see here, you can fill out your results goals. And then at the bottom, there's space for you to write in your monthly affirmations for that month. So every single time you open up and start to do your work, I recommend you just take a minute, look this over, and say your affirmations. It's a really great way to get yourself pumped up to do your business. Okay, so the next page of the monthly goal sheet, I like to write down my goal for how many personally sponsored new preferred clients and consultants I want to find that month. So I'll write my goal here, and then as I find them, I'll write their name in here. So that helps me keep track of, this is my goal, but how am I actually doing to get to that goal? And it's a really great way to stay laser beam focused on what you should be doing in your business, because sponsoring is the lifeblood of our business in Arbonne. Okay, so the next little thing that I like to have here is just a quick little team piece. I like to keep track of who I'm coaching into qualification, whether that's qualification for district manager, area manager, regional vice president, whatever the case might be. So these are people who are already in quality for district manager, for area manager, etc., and they're wanting to promote this month. So I want to write their name in here and also the QV that's required for them to get to their goal, because I want to be sure to check in with them. How's that going? This is looking like for you. What activity do you have planned to get to that goal? And I can help them break that down as well, but I need to know who those people are. So that's another thing I like to put in front of me on my goal sheet. Okay. So the first thing activity-wise that I have in my binder is our 7 daily missions. It's actually kind of more like 8, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because I added one to it and that I personally think is super important. But this is our 7 daily missions for success. So these are the things that you want to make sure you're doing every single day to be successful inside of Arbonne. And each day has its own column. So if you're on, the 3rd of the month, just go to column 3, and that's where you'll be working this day. So the first thing, and you can actually do this the night before, if you want to kind of give yourself a head start, is write in the names of who you're going to be asking this day for. So for example, those are 5 new asks a day. So for example, if I want to ask my friend Melissa to host a virtual event for me, I'd write down Melissa's name and maybe just virtual next to it so I could remember what I'm asking her about. Your follow-ups are 3 follow-ups a day, and that's for people who you've maybe been in conversation with, but they haven't given you a firm yes or no on whatever it was that you asked them for before. So let's say you're starting fresh on day 1, and this is the first day that you're asking. You may not have any follow-ups there, and that's okay. But day 2 and day 3, you should be having these people that you talked to right here. If they didn't get back to you right away, or, they said maybe, check back with me in a couple days, write their name down in a follow-up spot a couple days later so that you remember to go back and follow up with those people. The next thing that I think is super important is 5 new connections a day. So if you're going to be asking 5 new people for 5 new things, I think it's also important to kind of backfill your pipeline, so to speak, with new people, new connections. You can make these connections over social media. You can make these connections over in-person events maybe that you're attending. Like let's say my friend Melissa does host a virtual event for me, and then she invites 5 of her friends on whatever day she holds her virtual event. I can write those 5 new people down as new connections. I'm also going to be adding those to my 100% contact list so that they're kind of, on both places so that I don't lose track of who the 100 people are that I could reach out to in the future, even if they happen to fall off my follow-up list for any reason. So making those 5 new connections is really important. Maybe you attend a new moms group and you meet some new people there. You can check those off. Like, hey, I made 3 new connections at this mom's group, and I made 2 other ones over social media today. So that's what those new connections are. Meeting new people is so critical. Expanding your network is so critical in our business, and it's a very important key to success. So the next thing, and I just checked this off, is have I posted to social media about Arbonne today? I like to post at least 1 time a day. I've heard some people say you should be posting 3 to 5 times a day about Arbonne. So whatever that rhythm is for you, whatever you committed to as far as consistent posting schedule, do that, but make sure you're posting about Arbonne. And it doesn't have to be buy this product, buy this whatever. Like I might have a detox tea next to me right now. Whoop. I might post to social media like, oh my goodness, it's so nice to wake up to a hot cup of detox tea today. Something like that. But something that shows people that you're living the Arbonne healthy living lifestyle, shows people that you're using these Arbonne products and loving them, and maybe, benefits, things like that. So posting to social media. And then I like to do a couple quick PC preferred client check-ins. That might be people who have preferred client rewards who are expiring. If you're brand new to this business and you don't have a ton of preferred clients, that's okay. You don't have to check in with them every single day or something like that. But if you do have a good number of preferred clients, it's a good idea to be checking in with them, every couple of months at least, to make sure that they are, not running low on anything that they could reorder, etc. So I like to write these in ahead of time. So if I'm starting the month, I might look at who's got expiring rewards, who has a preferred client account that's up for renewal this month. I'll write those names in there, and then I'll sprinkle in other ones who maybe haven't ordered in a little while, who I want to touch base with and see if there's anything that they might need to reorder. And then finally, you want to make sure that you're doing gratitude every single day, writing in a journal maybe, or at least saying out loud the things that you're grateful for. It helps your positive attitude for sure. And I really do believe it also brings abundance into your life and your business. You want to do personal growth and development. Something personal growth wise that's moving your business forward is actually super important. What book are you reading? Are you reading a chapter or at least a couple pages a day in a personal growth and development book? Are you listening to a SoundCloud by an Arbonne leader who you love and respect? Something like that. And then make sure that you're looking at your vision, your goals, and your affirmations, and looking those things over and saying your affirmations out loud every single day. So you'll have multiple pages of this because you'll have 1 column per day, but let's skip over to the next thing on our list, which is our 40 conversations tracker. So this is our 40 faces. We have a cute little 40 faces that are actually little smiley faces that are great. I prefer to just write down the person's name and then have room for some notes next to their name. So I can say, oh, I met this person at this place or this event, or, they were interested in this. So I like to keep notes on people that I'm in conversation with. So whatever sheet you feel like is best for you. So as I'm in conversation with someone about Arbonne, so I've done an ask, I reach out to them and I say, hey, blah, blah, blah. I do my ask. Then if they actually respond back in a way that's not like no right now, I'm going to write them on my 40 faces list, because now I'm in a conversation with them about Arbonne. So I'm going to write down their with them, etc. So that's really important. And you want to make your goal to reach out to, or to be in conversation with, you're going to have to do some more reach outs than 40 people a month. But if you're doing 5 per day, you're going to be easily going over 40 people per month as far as reach outs. But you want to end up from those reach outs in conversation with 40 people a month is the goal. So here's a worksheet that I like. This is a QV countdown. So this helps me. I'll write my QV goal maybe in this first block. And I'll say, my personal QV goal for the month, let's say, is 2,500 QV. So I'll write 2,500 QV here. And then every single order that I get in, or every single person who buys a 30 Days to Healthy Living kit with me or something like that, I'll write down their name. If I have any notes about their order, I can write that there. And then I'll write down the QV that they ordered. Let's say it was 317 QV for their kit, and I'll subtract that out and write the QV that's remaining to go to get to my goal. So it helps me stay laser focused on, this is what I've committed to do. Here's where I'm at, and I can see every single day, every single order that comes in, how much I still need to do to get to my QV goal. And sometimes my goals have been really big, you guys. 10,000 QV, 20,000 personal QV in a month. And so it's really, really exciting to see that number just slowly kind of chip away as I'm going through the month. Okay, and this is something that I like to do periodically as well, kind of towards the end of my work day. And so I created a worksheet for you guys for this. And this is just keeping track of where you're at personally and team-wise with QV throughout the month. So you can see here, this is each day of the month, 1 through 31. So those are the dates. And then you can write down your goals up at the top for what your personal QV goal is, your QV for your central district, your QV for your central area, region, nation, whatever title you are. Write your QV goal right there. And then also write your QV sponsoring goal, or sorry, not QV sponsoring, your personal sponsoring goal, your district sponsoring goal. How many people, how many lives do you want to change in that month? And that's your goal for sponsoring. So then each day, if you want to take, or maybe every couple days, it doesn't matter if it's all filled in, but let's say on the 3rd, you double check and you're like, okay, I'm at 1,000 personal QV, my central district's at 2,000 QV, my area is at 4,000, something like that. And you can just write in where your QV is at for the month and then your sponsoring. And it's really cool to see throughout the month how maybe you started out slow and it was growing very slowly, but then the last couple days of the month, you see that momentum really build up, and all of a sudden, you hit your goals at the end. But it's a really great way to see, like, these are my goals. Where am I at every single day? Or every time that you check. And the 20th of the month, I like to call this the mid-month line, because the 15th is really not the middle of the month for us. I think that you could double or triple, or sometimes even quadruple the QV that you have at the 20th of the month by the time that you get to the end of the month. So just keep that in mind, and that's why that line is highlighted. So this is the IPA binder. I hope it's helpful for you guys. Oh, by the way, for follow-up, so if you want to pre-print other months, I haven't yet, but if you want to pre-print other months, if you, let's say, are getting close to the end of the month, or if someone says to you, oh, hey, I'm not interested right now in the 30 Days to Healthy Living because of whatever, but I might be in 2 months. Could you follow up with me then? Yes, I can. Go to 2 months later, write their name in a date, a specific date for follow-up. So then when you go to work on that day, you can say, oh yeah, Sally asked me to follow up with her about the 30 Days to Healthy Living in a couple months, so I'm going to reach back out to her now and check back in. So it's nice to have those pre-printed through the entire year. So that's the IPA binder. I hope it helps you stay focused on your goals, focused on the activity that it takes to get to those goals. And so you have a really good sense of every single day what you need to be doing, and you can just go right down the list.